Hey guys, it's Cece, and today I am here to tell you my TBR for the Queer Lit Readathon Round 3. So as you may have gathered, the Queer Lit Readathon is a readathon all about reading queer books. It happens twice a year, and I originally participated in Round 2 in December, and Round 3 is of course happening during June, which is Pride Month. This readathon is going to be going from June 2nd through June 8th, and its regular hosts are Kathy and Rogan, and this time the guest host is Yvette. Please check out all of their channels. Everything will be linked down in the description below. They are all absolutely fabulous people who make really wonderful videos here on BookTube. So the challenges for the Queer Lit Readathon come in the form of a bingo board, and I will not be going for Blackout, but I am going to be going for a lot of different challenges, and I'm going to be telling you them as we go through this TBR. I'm also spending the first 3 days of this readathon at BookCon and traveling, so it's gonna be kind of hectic, especially because I have 6 books on my TBR. But with all of that intro out of the way, let's talk about those 6 books, and I will let you know what challenges everything fits for, what bingos I'm going for as we go along. Oh, and just so you know, my June TBR is going to be up a little bit late. Like I said, I am not going to be back here until June 4th, so I won't be able to film my full June TBR until then, but I am participating in 2 other readathons, so those will be covered in that TBR, as well as my patron-chosen book for June. So look forward to that. It's just gonna take me a little bit longer this month. So first up, I have Small Beauty by Qing Wilson Yang. This is a book that was on like my top 20 queer TBR, I want to say. No, it was my top 10 to read in 2019. That's what this is. This book is about Mei, a mixed-race Chinese trans woman dealing with a recent death, working through her transness, reflecting on the trans women she's left behind. It's supposed to just be very community-focused, and I'm dying to read it. This book fits a lot of challenges. Most of the books I'm going to be reading are blue, so I am counting all of those for the Rainbow Challenge, as they are all mostly blue, and that is a color on the rainbow. This is also an Own Voices book, a new author, a person of color as the main character, and the author as well. And of course it has a trans spec main character. Next up we have On a Sunbeam by Tillie Walden. This is a graphic novel with 2 storylines, one on a space crew and one in a boarding school, and both are centered on female-female romances. This book counts for the See Yourself challenge, as both of these girls like girls, as do I. It is also a graphic novel, and it counts for the sci-fi fantasy category. Next up I have The 5 Stages of Andrew Brawley by Shaun Hutchinson. This is about a boy who lives in a hospital after an accident killed his entire family, and then a new boy is rolled into the ER, and the 2 boys are drawn together. This counts for a lot of the same categories as the other 2, but I'm counting this for the little question mark category, and I am saying that this is a multimedia book because it is mostly text but also includes comic panels. So that's what I'm using this book for. I also have Tarnished Are the Stars by Rosiee, Thor, and this is a book that's going to be released in October of 2019. There's a lot going on in this description. The main thing that I know is that there is a character with a mechanical heart. This has girls in a relationship, and also lots of Arrow Ace feels, according to the author. This covers a lot of other challenges, but mostly I wanted to read this for its Own Voices Arrow Ace rep, because I didn't want to have a Queer Lit Readathon where I wasn't reading something about Ace and Arrow characters. Second to last, I have The House of Impossible Beauties by Joseph Cassara. This is a book set in New York City in the 1980s about the Harlem ball scene, and is specifically about the House of Extravaganza, which was the first entirely Latinx house. I've talked about this a lot in recent videos, so I'm sure you all know I've been excited to read it, and this covers, again, many of the other categories, but the one category that this covers that other books don't is that it is historical fiction. Oh, and I am also counting this as a book recommendation because Adriana from Perpetual Pages recommends it all the damn time, and also the guest host Yvette mentioned it in her recommendations video for this readathon, so definitely also a book recommendation. And finally, I have A Study in Honor by Claire O'Dell. This is a sort of reimagining of Sherlock Holmes and Watson set in a near-future version of Washington, D.C., except Sherlock and Watson are both queer black women. I wanted to read this for a very long time. I'm very glad that I hopefully finally get to, and this book counts for the challenge of featuring a disabled main character. Dr. Watson lost an arm during the new Civil War and now has a mechanical prosthetic limb. So that is this book. So here is my TBR for the Queer Lit Readathon. It is almost impossible that I will read all 6 of these books, but I would very much like to. And in case you're keeping track, here is the bingo board, and here is the bingo board if I cover up all the challenges I am hoping to achieve with these 6 books. So that is what it is hopefully gonna look like at the end. Thank you so much to Kathy and Rogan, and of course to Yvette for hosting this readathon. I am very excited to get started. Please let me know if you are going to be participating in the Queer Lit Readathon and what you're going to be reading down in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have an epic Pride, and I will see you with a lot more queer content very soon. Bye!